A very good morning to all the distinguished guests present today. I take the opportunity to welcome all the distinguished guests on this special occasion of SPIC MACAY program at Indore Public School main campus. If your actions create a legacy that inspires others to dream more, then you become an inspiration. Well, tradition is not the worship of ashes, but the preservation of fire. To commence with our elite program and give it a ceremonious flag off, I request our eminent dignitaries, Pandit Rakesh Chourasia Ji, Pandit Vijay Ghate Ji, Principal Indore Public School Main Campus Ms. Sudha Pandey, SPIC MACAY Coordinator Mr. Pankaj Ji Agrawal, and the Head of School of Performing Arts Mr. Sarang Lasurkar to please come and kindle the auspicious flame of knowledge. Shubham karoti kalyanam, arogyam dhan sampada, shatru buddhi vinashaya, deep jyoti namastute. दीप प्रज्वलन हमारी परंपरा है उस ज्ञान की देवी से आशीर्वाद और ऊर्जा प्राप्त करने की। Thank you, dignitaries, for that traditional and ceremonious act of divinity. Following the tradition to seek the blessings of Lord Ganesh before commencing any program, now I call and request the students of the School of Performing Arts for Ganesh Vandana. The students for this performance are trained by Ms. Vaibhavi Kulkarni and Mr. Kapil Pauranik.
Sada
That was indeed a very devotional performance. Thank you, students. Indore Public School main campus and the School of Performing Arts IPS Academy welcome you all to the special program of SPIC MACAY. Before we proceed further with the program, I would like to introduce SPIC MACAY to all of you. SPIC MACAY, Society for the Promotion of Indian Classical Music and Culture amongst Youth, is a non-political, nationwide, voluntary movement founded in 1977 by Dr. Kiran Seth, Professor Emeritus at IIT Delhi, who was awarded the Padma Shree for his contribution to the arts in 2009. SPIC MACAY's intention is to enrich the quality of formal education by increasing awareness about different aspects of Indian heritage and inspiring the young minds to imbibe the values embedded in it. In 2011, SPIC MACAY was awarded the Rajiv Gandhi Sadbhavna Award in recognition of its contribution to youth development. It's a matter of honor, and I really feel privileged to introduce our honorable guest of this special occasion, Pandit Rakesh Chourasia Ji. Pandit Rakesh Chourasia Ji, the nephew and child prodigy of flute maestro Pandit Hariprasad Chourasia Ji, has carved a niche for himself as an accomplished flautist. Incorporating the tradition of his renowned uncle and infusing his personal style, he has evolved a form of music which, while maintaining the purity of the flute, manages to capture the attention of the young listeners too. His flute has matched note and rhythm with wind instruments of other cultures as well, having performed jugalbandis with Carnatic and world-famous instrumentalists. His forte is in blending his flute without really losing its identity in mixed instruments concerts. He has already globe-trotted many times over, enthralling audiences at classical and non-classical concerts. He is also an accomplished studio musician, having recorded with most of the leading stalwarts of the Indian film industry. He has been the recipient of numerous awards and accolades. He received the Indian Music Academy Award presented by the Honorable President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, in the Aditya Birla Kalakiran Puraskar, the Guru Shishya Award, IWAP Pandit Jasraj Sangeet Ratna Award, and the Pannalal Ghosh Puraskar. The list still continues. He has regularly appeared in prominent festivals at Athens, Europe, Russia, Japan, USA, Paris, and England. We welcome you, sir. To grace this program, we also have with us Honorable Pandit Vijay Ghate Ji. Vijay Ghate Ji, born on 18th October 1964 in Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh, is a renowned Indian tabla player. He was awarded with Padma Shree Award in 2014, the fourth highest civilian award by Government of India. He started learning his art at an early age of 3 in Jabalpur. He then moved to Mumbai and learned for over 12 years under Tal Yogi, Pandit Suresh Talwalkar. He accompanied well-known Indian classical musicians, including Sri Hariprasad Chourasia, Pandit Jasraj, Sri Shiv Kumar Sharma, Sri Amjad Ali Khan, and many more, along with Indian classical Kathak dancers, including Sri Birju Ji Maharaj and Sri Nand Kishore Ji Kapote. He also collaborated with musicians of national repute. Tal Chakra is a music festival started by Pandit Vijay Ghate Ji and few others. This festival provides a platform for young musicians to perform. Inspired by none other than the wizard of Tabla, Ustad Zakir Hussain, Pandit Vijay Ghate Ji is one of the most mesmerizing and lively performers of Tabla. The clarity of sound that he produces from Tabla is one of its kind. We welcome you to Indore Public School, sir. Swagat hai, Abhinandan hai. And now, in this sequence, may I request Principal Indore Public School Main Campus, Ms. Sudha Pandey, to welcome our honorable guest, Pandit Rakesh Chourasia Ji. Thank you, ma'am. In this sequence, I request Head of the Department, School of Performing Arts, Mr. Sarang Lasurkar, sir, to welcome Honorable Pandit Vijay Ghate Ji. Thank you, sir. I request Principal Ma'am to please welcome Shri Pankajji Agrawal, Coordinator, SPIC MACAY. Thank you, ma'am. संगीत वो भाषा है जो पूरी दुनिया ही समझती है. Music is also considered the soul of life. It expresses feeling and thought without language and is above all words. May I request the maestros, the renowned Honorable Pandit Rakesh Chourasia Ji and Honorable Pandit Vijay Ghate Ji to grace the stage with their presence and fill the auditorium with their melodious notes and rhythms.
Good morning, everybody. Namaskar. Welcome. First of all, we would like to thank you and especially to SPIC MACAY for having us and spreading this heritage music all over India and all over the world. Really thank you, and especially Pankaj Agarwal ji to getting us here in a small MP tour for SPIC MACAY, especially for SPIC MACAY. So, the performer was very good. Thank you for the musical welcome. So what you prefer, to listen to the music first or chit-chat? Both.
Music first.
So I'll do music, you do chit-chat. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. अभी पिक्चर बाकी है.
नहीं आप शुरू करिए.
हाँ हाँ, please. You want to say something? Please go ahead. Feel at home.
सर मैं निशब्द हूँ फिलहाल. There are goosebumps और कुछ कह पाने की स्थिति में नहीं हूँ फिलहाल मैं. So sorry to interrupt.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, please please go ahead.
Sir please carry on.
अच्छा, okay. So, does anybody play flute? Very good. Life is saved. But as a hobby, you should play, flute, because I think this can make your lungs really healthy and strong, so you can be away from COVID. It had helped me in all these 2 years. So, what did you feel about the music? Tell me genuinely. If you don't feel anything, you can be open. This is basically a classical music, which has been programmed such a way, as we say, there's a 7 notes. Everything is, there's a big history behind it. I don't want to go into that detail, but everything is 7 days a week, 7 layers of cloud, 7 sea, 7 notes, 7 chakras. So each note really works on your chakra if you're into it. So that's why, if you say all the classical gurus, or generally all the gurus, they say dedication is very important in music. No wonder what kind of music. It can be jazz, it can be pop, it can be rock, any. Music is music. All genre of music have 7 notes. अभी तक कोई 8वां सुर पैदा करने वाला पैदा ही नहीं हुआ. And I think it's been designed like if you're playing a flute, there's one hollow hole for blowing and 6 fingers. And the 2 thumbs, you can hold the flute just with your lips and your 2 thumbs. The rest is all you're playing. And this is, I think, one of the oldest instruments, I think the shank and the flute, which was created naturally. And I think Lord Krishna was very smart at that time to pick this instrument so he can play anywhere, make a lot of girlfriends. And basically it was a sound of mountain, so they used to get the natural reverb. And the original bansuri, what they used to call bansuri, was this, the smaller flute. This way they used to play flute. So this was this was played by the headquarter, Pandit Hariprasad Chourasia.
He said.
And because of this piece, the young kids wanted to learn this instrument to impress their good loved ones in the college or school,
सर पंडित राकेश चौरसिया जी ने अभी
Rakesh Chourasia, Pandit Hariprasad Chourasia, it matches,
Okay.
I'm still young, थोड़ा गिर जाने दीजिए, white हो जाने दीजिए, उसके बाद
Definitely,
जब
sir.
लकड़ी पे आएंगे तो पंडित.
Sure, sir. अभी जो हमने धुन सुनी जो फेमस मूवी हीरो से है, if you remember, and later on one more sequel of the same movie had come up with the same tune, if you might have heard it that time.
That is me.
Okay, that needs a big round of applause.
So the original hero is Pandit.
Ji.
The tiger wala is okay.
So the children are of the new age, so they might have
Definitely,
seen and heard that tune.
So more it was on whistle. That was like more Indian style, like. This one was.
Yes. So this was in this movie Tiger, which I was talking of. Yes, the earlier tune that's played was from the movie Hero, which was played by Honorable Pandit Hariprasad Chourasia Ji. So that is a real honor. I don't have words, sir. I'm spellbound by the music you have filled us with. I don't have anything to say, I think.
Thank you, that's a job.
I'm really lost.
So this, at that time, this instrument was not acceptable in classical music because it was sounding very folkish, very countryside music. So a great legend, Pandit Pannalal Ghoshji, he was very offended that I know rags and ragini and I can play, but it was not acceptable because not suiting. At that time, vocal was the main instrument, then sitar, sarod, meena. So he himself took a piece of big bamboo, because a lot of rags, serious rag they used to perform at that time, like darbari, malkons. So in this, you cannot create that mood. But then, when the bass flute came in, that was the difference between the bansuri and flute. They have different names, but it's the same instrument. And common about this instrument is every corner of the world has this instrument with different names. There is, it's called flute, bamboo flute, menu, and whatnot. But in West, it's called silver flute, the main instrument. The smaller one is called piccolo. There's nail in Ireland. There's a recorder in Japan. There's a shakuhachi, the roots of the bamboo tree. And that's why we get, so I think the flute and the drums is the main instrument which the whole world has with different names. But flute is little luckier because it doesn't have to go to the factory to process the skin or the right diameter of the base where you put the skin and all. So these are the two well-known instruments. Every corner of the world, people know it. So that was why my preparation, I'm done. If any question you want to ask, you can go ahead. But anybody can play flute, I promise. Anybody who can, you can try at home. If you can take a Coke bottle or something, you have to blow this. If you can do this, you can play flute. Just for a hobby's sake. You can carry it anywhere in your school bag. In the way you'll be connected to Lord Krishna also, you'll not do any mistakes, not any sin. Any clarification about the instrument or the music? Everything is clear. Very good. Very intelligent. You want to know something about the drums?
Not this time.
Not this time. What else? Anybody do any kind of music? I have seen the bunch of people singing and harmonium and tabla. I heard there's this music school also here, music class, I think.
कोई सवाल पैदा ही नहीं हो रहा है.
नहीं हो रहा है. हाँ हाँ. Sure. No, I don't think, because I know some people who amazingly they play both the things. But they say maybe if you play flute, they say you may damage your vocal cord, but it's the same thing. This is one of the instrument which is closest to your vocal cord. So I don't think we do a lot of other things which can damage our vocal cord. Single malt and everything, but this is, I think, no, but I don't think. If you keep, like a lot of people say, if you do a lot of gymming, you cannot play drums or you cannot play instrument or violin because it's sensitive. But both, if you just keep doing one, definitely the one get out of practice. If you keep practicing everything, at the time I've seen like legend Shubhankar Da had a good build and he used to play tabla. So, yes.
So what is the right age to start playing?
I started at the age of 4.5 or something, 5. So there's not any age particular. Depend if your lungs and if vocal cord and your fingers are ready. I think because the more earlier you start, your system get more into.
And can I start at the age of 50?
Yeah, why not? It's never too late. Just forget the 0. Think you're 5.
नमस्ते सर, मेरा नाम यश पथरोड़ है. मैं स्कूल ऑफ परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट 3rd ईयर का स्टूडेंट हूँ और मैं यहाँ पर गायन सीख रहा हूँ.
मैंने सुना आपको अभी. वाह, बढ़िया.
थैंक यू सर. तो मेरा ये था कि सर मतलब रियाज के बारे में आपका क्या टिप्स है, मतलब रियाज किस टाइप से करना चाहिए एक वोकलिस्ट को?
प्रैक्टिस जो है रियाज वो कॉमन है. हम लोग वोकल और वुड विंड बेसिकली जितना हो लॉन्ग नोट्स, हम लोग को लगता है कि यंग एज में जितना तान जितना फास्ट आराम से आ सकता है. बट स्टैंडिंग नोट एक बार अगर बिगिनिंग में नहीं किया तो यू विल फेस प्रॉब्लम थ्रू आउट योर लाइफ, क्योंकि वो एक एक चीज़. और ये ऐसा है सुर का काम कि एक बार आ गया, इट्स लाइक साइकिलिंग एंड स्विमिंग, आप कभी भूल नहीं सकते हैं. थोड़ा तकलीफ होगा. जैसे स्लो साइकिलिंग इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट. इट नीड्स योर ब्रेन माइंड टू बैलेंस. फास्ट चलाना बहुत आसान है. सो स्लो प्रैक्टिस करना मुश्किल है. और ये जनरेशन में लगता है कि क्योंकि there's lot of available music on the net, तो सुन सुन के लगता है उसके तरह फास्ट बजाना है, मगर स्लो बजाना बहुत मुश्किल है. तो लॉन्ग नोट एक तो, और आप कितना घंटा रियाज करते हो उससे डजेंट मैटर एट ऑल. क्या कर रहे हो आप? जैसे आजकल लोग क्लासिकल सीखते नहीं, घर में घर वाले डला देते हैं. अगर कोई बच्चा पूछता है कि मम्मी मुझे क्लासिकल सीखना है, नहीं नहीं नहीं, 16 घंटा प्रैक्टिस करने की हिम्मत है, छोड़ दो. किसने बोला 16 घंटा करने की जरूरत है? अगर आप 2 घंटा भी कंसंट्रेट कर रहे हैं एकदम फोकस, दैट्स मोर देन इनफ. उस हर चीज में लगता है, उतना स्टडीज में भी टाइम लगता है, उतना एथलेटिक्स को भी टाइम लगता है, उससे ज़्यादा लगता है. वार्म अप करो पहले, ये करो वो करो, फिर ग्राउंड पे जाके भागो, स्टेमिना बढ़ाओ. जितना कर रहे हो जब तक मन लग रहा है तब तक करना. अगर समटाइम इट्स ऑपोजिट ऑल्सो, आपको बोला है 5 घंटा करने के लिए, आप क्या कर रहे हो आपको पता नहीं, इट माइट बी अ रॉन्ग प्रैक्टिस. सो दैट इज वर्स. सो इसलिए 2 घंटा फोकस प्रैक्टिस इज मोर देन इनफ.
थैंक यू सर, धन्यवाद.
Sure.
Sir, actually, I'm a vocalist, so I just want to know, like, how can a vocalist can increase his breath capacity?
Breath capacity?
Yeah.
Basically, you have to develop your lungs, long notes.
Okay.
But you have to keep a watch कि अगर this week I'm holding for 8 bars, अगली बार it should be 10, 12. और basically हम लोग सिर्फ air breath यहीं भरते हैं, but the lungs are behind also. So when you fill it fully, you can feel it, you can hold it for a longer time. हम मुझसे भी लोग पूछते हैं इसका कुछ स्पेशल एक्सरसाइज है, वो करते करते हो गया प्रैक्टिस.
Thank you so much, sir.
But at the same time, when you're holding it, how much to leave it? When we hold it inside, it's like a air pillow, you know. Air pillow we get, na? When we travel in the train. एक सेकंड में पूरा ब्रेथ निकल जाता. So we cannot do that. What will happen? ये हो जाएगा. So we have to hold it here. That is the main. अभी in flute, it looks simple instrument, but at the same note, we have the same octave. So ऊपर के नोट के लिए मुझे थोड़ा ज़्यादा प्रेशर देना पड़ रहा है. नीचे के लिए काम. अगर वो भूल गए तो उल्टा हो जाएगा. So it's just 1.5 octave instrument, but the way Hariji has done it, लगता ही नहीं कि कुछ is any less than any other instrument.
Thank you, sir.
और कुछ? Well, it was there in my family. My Pandit Hariprasad Chourasia, he used to play, and I was around him when I was a kid. So he used to just practice whole day at home, and some way the sound was there in my ears. I started liking it, so I wanted to play. So got a small instrument, and that was my beginning. And I'm still learning. It's not necessary that you have to have somebody at home. If today, if you have heard me, if you start liking it, tomorrow you can just pick up one piece of bamboo and start playing. कोई करता नहीं ना आजकल, सब कैंडी क्रश में लगे हुए हैं. ये प्रॉब्लम है. They just want to use the 2 thumbs, not the whole 10 fingers. I think it's one of the most organic instrument. No strings, no skin, only bamboo. It's shut from one side. That also with the cork. Yes? नहीं. अच्छा अंगड़ा ही लिया था, मेरे को लगा हाथ पर. आप तो कुछ बोलिए.
बाद में नेक्स्ट टाइम वो किरण को बोलो. उसके लिए अलग से आऊंगा.
वो जब बीच में बैठते हैं तभी बोलेंगे.
हाँ, आज बांसुरी की डे.
आज बांसुरी डे.
नहीं, you can continue.
Okay, please.
The integrity of music. I don't know it as such, but and it's not even scripted, but I would like to repeat the quote that I had quoted earlier just in the beginning. And each word I think has proved true after listening to, after knowing, after hearing Sir Rakesh Chourasia Ji. He
Better,
said not
better.
to add Pandit before
Sounds better.
it. So I would like to repeat that quote again. I think it is fulfilling everything that is inside me right now. If your actions create a legacy that inspires others to dream more, learn more, then you definitely become an inspiration. The integrity, the following of the tradition that he has taken, inherited from his father, the legacy that he is continuing, the patience, the lot of hard work, excuse me, the dedication. I think to count on more, still more, many more words, it would be less than more. He has become a living legend whom now I say I know, and hearing him is a big inspiration. I think children, you not only learn what music is, but you learn how to become a master of something. It requires a lot of patience, hard work, dedication, and n number of those things which he might have incurred, faced, come across throughout his journey. That will definitely be a very important part of our lives also this moment onwards. So it's like a big thank you, sir,
My
for
pleasure.
giving us this privilege to be here. Thank you so much.
But a small suggestion to all students, you should pursue music, because without music, life is incomplete. You will not come to know, but if you have been to any big parties or if you have been to any temple, if there is no music, suddenly you just think that that party was not happening because there was something lacking, which is music. In fact, the mandir also, if there's some bhajan happening, there's positivity, you know. So adding music into your life is the biggest stress burst. Any kind of stress can be taken care because it works on your chakra by default. So you can listen to also music, but keep a habit of listening music. Try to go on whatever, if possible, any concert happening. It can be Western, it can be Indian, Western classical, Indian classical, or folk, or Sufi, whatever. But music you should add in your life, you know. This is lacking in the schools also nowadays, especially in the big cities. The music room has been converted into the computer room. I understand that is also very important, but still in office, in lounges, the people sit in the office with some lounge music or something, you know. It keeps you calm. Sorry.
So I have a question. So we Indians started with this classical music, and what do you think is the main reason why this upcoming generation is more inclined towards the Western music rather than our classical one?
Because of fast life. They don't have patience to listen to a classical music. Well, in West, they still, if you go to the Western classical audience, they're full pack because they have not been educated. So this, you know, I would like to thank SPIC MACAY to take us to the schools and let them have the flavor. एक taste हो कि what is music? What is our, it can be our music or their music. Music is just common. Music doesn't have any religion, no caste, nothing. It's common for everyone. So that little bit of injection of music should be given to everybody, you know. So from within it should come that we should go and listen to something.
So knowing all these things, still the young generation is more interested and in this Western music. They do know about folk music and classical music, flute and tabla, the main instruments. But then too they are more inclined towards listening to Western and all these things.
Yeah, there's a problem in my home also. When we travel together, the kind of music they listen in the car, so I can make out. But see, this is our duty also, the artist's duty to, you know, to serve the young generation. Like, if you go to the Google and if you check RAF, Rakesh and Friends, I have created this fusion album. It's all based on ragas, but I have not given the raga name. Runaway, Whether You Love, Dark Heaven. It's on Bhairavi, Kirvani. See, this is a small difference if I play classical, the same rag. Same thing I've done in my fusion album. It's same thing. So the young audience think, oh wow, this is our kind of music. It's called fusion. So the fusion words attract them too much. So I've seen like a lot of people coming into the fusion album and then somehow they liked the sound of the instrument or my playing or something. I've seen the same face in my classical. So they have to be connected to the artist or the music. It can be any genre. You don't have to go for classical, but if you go classical, classic is the base. Now if you have, you can ask your colleagues only who's learning the vocal and whatever. If the base is strong enough, you can do any kind of music. You can build any kind of building on the top of that carpet, you know. So the carpet have to be little strong, which is a classical music.
So along with time, some kind of transformation is required
Definitely. We have to follow the time and we have to go with the time. आज हम बोले कि नहीं हम तो बैलगाड़ी में जाएंगे, नहीं आज कार में बैठना है, it's faster. But keeping ourselves, our music, our heritage music, ये घर का भी हमारा भी फर्ज बनता है कि घर में क्या म्यूजिक बज रहा है. आज अगर हम लोग सुबह ओम लगा दे, कोई गायत्री मंत्र लगा दे, तो बच्चे के कान में अपने आप जाता रहता है. So he knows what it is. तो ये हम लोग का भी फर्ज है कि हम सुबह ही से जैज सुन रहे हैं या क्रिकेट चालू है, तो उसके म्यूजिक कान में जा ही नहीं रहा है. अब माँ पहले लोरी क्यों गाते थे? कि एक म्यूजिकल है, सो गई, सोया क्यों? बिकॉज द म्यूजिक वॉज वर्किंग. सॉरी, ज्यादा ले चल.
So with your permission, shall I proceed with the program further? Thank you, sir. संगीत वह अभिव्यक्ति है जो निश्चल है, मासूम है, पूजनीय है, अतुलनीय है. With this, I invite the dynamic leader of Indore Public School main campus, our Honorable Principal Ma'am, Ms. Sudha Pandey, to please grace the dais and extend a word of gratitude to our distinguished guests of today's program.
Mr. Rakesh Chourasia Ji, even I am speechless, but she told me many a times you should not forget to add Pandit. So now I am not, because she continuously she was telling me when I was asking her who is coming, she said don't forget to add Pandit, you know? So I'll not be using Pandit now. So on behalf of entire Indore Public Group of Institutions, I am highly thankful to Rakesh Chourasia Ji and Pt.Vijay Ghate Ji for the wonderful show. I think they need a big round of applause, children. दिल से कहो अच्छा लगा, दिल से. Yes, and at the same time we should not forget the coordinator of SPIC MACAY, Mr. Pankaj Agarwal, without whom this would not have been possible for us to witness this show. Sir, as you said, nowadays music rooms are converted into computer rooms, but if you find some time to visit Indore Public School, do visit our school, sir, and our music rooms. Both my music teachers, Mr. Rohan Patwardhan and Raj Verma, they are here, and we are equally doing wonderful in music. Last year also, we got 100 out of 100 in music, instrumental and vocal, the children who have chosen them. And I think all these children who are from optional, can you please stand up? Can you please stand up, those who have taken music optional? Instrumental and vocal, few might be absent, but these children are very well into music, sir, and they are practicing it. So a big round of applause for you also. Sit down, sit down. So on behalf of entire group, sir, I am highly thankful to you, and I request Sarang sir to organize such programs in future too, and let it be the part of Indore Public School also. We also want to be the part of this, like this time we had done it. So I think even Sarang Lasurkar needs a big round of applause. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. And now I request Principal Ma'am to extend a token of love and remembrance to our honorable guest, Shri Rakesh Chourasia Ji. I request Principal Ma'am to extend a token of love and remembrance to our honorable guest, Shri Rakesh Chourasia Ji. A big round of applause. I also request ma'am to extend this token of love and remembrance to Pandit Vijay Ghate Ji. And I also request ma'am to extend a token of love and remembrance to SPIC MACAY coordinator, Shri Pankaj Ji Agrawal. Thank you, ma'am. It was a great honor to witness such an exclusive and a grand program. My sincere gratitude to our honorable and esteemed guests for sparing their precious time to grace this program. I'm thankful to SPIC MACAY for such an initiative to increase awareness in today's youth. I thank all my dear students to be a part of such a wonderful audience, along with my colleagues whose presence led to the successful completion of this program. Thank you so much.